to record it. It never fails. Okay, thank you for reminding me. At least we can get some of it. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so this year I was like, we deserve elite. Like, I truly believe that this team deserves elite. Not because of a title, not because I want to walk on a stage, because trust me, that goal terrifies me. I did it last year and I blacked out. I'm pretty sure I blacked out. Aaron's like, how was it? Was it so fun? I was like, I don't remember. I think I shook somebody's hand. I have no idea. Because it terrifies me. Like, that's a goal where I'm stepping outside my comfort zone, because I would much rather hide, like, in the stands and, like, look at my friends. I'm like, okay, I'm down here with everybody, right? Like, that is a very scary goal to me. Speaking on the National Wake Up Call, it's on my vision board because I know that stepping out of fear and doing that would improve me. Not because I really want to speak publicly. I don't want to be asked to speak at any event ever. Like, it terrifies me. But I know those things are for growth and for me to move forward. So set the goals that are scary, because if you're not doing that, staying in your comfort zone, staying in your safe zone it's not gotten you anywhere, right? Like, our safe zone is just that. It's out of survival. It's out of our mechanism to survive, which means we're playing it safe. And playing it safe isn't what we're about on this team, right? We're about, like, rocking it and moving forward. We're called Level Up for a reason. Like, we came up with that name because I'm ready to, like, take it to the next level always. Not like I'm here, I've arrived, let's just sit here. It's like, what is the next level? And it might look different for each of you. Maybe you're skipping workouts. Maybe you're sneaking pizza and not posting about it and telling yourself it's okay. Like, whatever it is, in your challenge groups, are you showing up? In your personal page and your Instagram, are you showing up and being authentically the person that you want to become? Or are you playing it safe by what Beachbody's always told you to do, or what you thought was, like, the right thing to do? Because the last few months, I've really come into my own of, like, who cares what I'm posting? Like, I'm going to post me. I'm going to start dancing and being weird. And, like, it doesn't have to be this picture perfect. Like, Melissa McAllister is a coach that always had, like, these perfect workout videos, right? Like, put to music and, like, perfect. And I was like, I just look really awkward. Like, I look awkward when I work out. I want people to see that I'm holding a kid and getting a bottle and dancing and have a wedgie and my tag sticking out and not a matching workout outfit, right? Because that is what my life looks like every single freaking day. I posted on my Instagram story today. I was like, guys, it's Monday and I'm working out without children. Mamas get it, right? Like, that stuff, people are like, oh, I can relate to this person, right? They don't want to see perfect. They don't want to see that you have it all together, because they're like, well, that's not obtainable, right? So I got a little off track. So the goals that we set for ourselves will set the pace for your everyday showing up. If you have a goal of, like, I'm good, like, I just kind of want to make $50 a month, you're probably doing great. You're probably doing enough. But if you see a life of, like, I'm going to quit my freaking job, I'm going to retire my spouse, I am going to put my kids through college, whatever it is, I'm going to go on a freaking all expense paid cruise. Whatever it is that you desire, you need to set your goals and match that with action. Regardless of the ruts you find yourself in, you show up. Because if we all just worked based off how we feel, there would probably be 90% of the time that I wouldn't work this business. Because there are days where I'm like, I just want to talk to people, or I just don't know what I have to offer. And so if I went based off that, we wouldn't be very far, y'all. Half of you probably wouldn't be on here. Like, you wouldn't exist on the team because I wouldn't have shown up, right? So you need to ask yourself, are you showing up in the areas that you most need to show up to reach where you want to be? And if you don't know where you're going, that's your first step. You're missing out hardcore if you do not have a goal of where you're going. Whether it's a rank, an income amount that you want, a certain amount, each week or each month that would help you achieve a goal in life. Maybe you're working towards retiring from your job that you hate. Maybe it's a 10-pound weight loss goal in the next 30 days. Maybe it's whatever, like, you're just trying to cut out carbs. Like, I don't know what the goal is for you. You have to really look into your life and be like, what is a struggle for me? And what am I going to accomplish? And then break it down into weekly tasks. Don't be like, okay, next year I'm going to try to be that 2-star diamond coach, because you won't take action. What will make you take action every single day? For me, it was like getting really nitty gritty with like, all right, babe, how much money do I need to make monthly for you to like literally take this resignation letter and give it to your boss? Like, we got so serious. I was like, let's look at the calendar. We're going to write a date of when you're going to quit. And then we got so serious that I was like, you need to write that letter. Write it. What would you say to your boss? Giving in your resignation, how much time are you going to have before you resign? And we got really nitty gritty, and that made it real. I'm like, oh, that's like literally 82 days. Like 82 days. I counted it to the day of like, well, shit. Like, I think I need to work my business before I go to the pool each day, right? Like, that kind of thing is driving me because I'm like, I can see it. I can taste it. I'm like, imagine the freedom. I see the freedom. So for you, it's probably going to be completely different, right? Maybe you love your job. I know we have coaches that love their job that don't want to leave their job. They worked hard to be there and they don't want to leave. And that's fine. Maybe again, it's like paying for trips. Maybe it's saving for whatever, paying off student loans, whatever it is. You need to make it so visual and so like you can taste it, that the ruts, that the struggles, that the no's that we get in this business don't even matter. They don't matter. Because a no to me just means I'm moving on, right? It doesn't mean, oh, now I'm not going to hit my goal. It just means I need to talk to somebody different. It means that I need to find my new coach, right? It doesn't mean that I'm failing this month. It doesn't mean that this week I'm not going to hit my goals. It just means I have to realign, refocus, and try harder, try something different. Not necessarily try harder, because I put the same amount of effort in every single day because I know where I'm headed. So if you think that it means more hours, you just have to make sure that your work hours, that you're pointing in the right direction for where you want to be. And if you don't know what you want, or you don't know where to head or how to create a goal, set a one-on-one up with your team leaders, right? Your coach. Talk to them. Be like, I think I want this, but I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that means. Help me. I think Carrie and I did this one time. We sat down, we're like, what do you want, girl? Like, what do you want? Let's see, what does that need? Okay, that means signing this many coaches. That means hitting this amount of Success Club, whatever. We sat down, we hashed it out. Am I perfect at it? No, but I can help you make a roadmap. So talk to your coach. Be like, I want 500 a week, or I want to quit my job. What do I need to do? Well, we can break it down, right? Because there's step-by-step, total, complete like layout of what you're going to earn, how you're going to get there, right? So have a roadmap, set goals. I just had to get a new calendar. I was like, I know this is a year planner, but it was old. It was stale. There was like things with people that are no longer coaching. I was like, get rid of it. If you need to like get a fresh start, go buy a freaking pretty planner. Go visualize new images. Maybe like 3 months ago when you started a goal, maybe that's not your goal. Maybe it's changed. I know mine has, and that's okay. But constantly visualize what you want. I have on my phone a picture of Aaron and I in Dominican. Like, let's just do that all the time because we can. Let's work from anywhere. We were looking at houses in Hawaii. By the way, no, I don't want to live in Hawaii. But I was like, let's visualize a property. So we started looking at properties. Like, that's the freedom that I want, right? Like, that is what my family deserves, what I want in my life. Maybe it's not the same for you, but I guarantee if you're not building this picture in your mind of where you want to be, you will stay at the same place. Not hitting Success Club, not seeing like income coming in, and your life will stay the same. And you'll be like watching everybody move forward, just like I did my first year. Everybody's going to Diamond and moving on. And I'm like, the heck am I doing wrong? I wasn't willing to accept that I could do this. I wasn't willing to accept that the fear in my own life was holding me back from it. It wasn't anybody else. It wasn't the no's, because everybody else was getting no's too. They just weren't taking no as their life, right? They were like, okay, well, that person said no, you just move on, right? So the second that clicked and I was like, oh, I just need to find the ones that'll say yes. With this many no's, I'm bound to find a yes, right? So see where it can apply to your life, where you're letting roadblocks really hold you back from what you want, okay? Let the roadblocks just steer you in a direction around and to continue towards your goal. Set a goal and keep your eyes on that prize. Do not let a one-way street or a rut make you quit. It doesn't mean you have to work more hours. It does not mean that you need to talk to thousands of people. It just means that you need to align your vision and your goal so that when you go out and you're talking to people, when you go out and make a post, it's clear and it comes through as you, because people are drawn to that. The second I let go of all the things that I thought I should post or needed to do, or started, like, I stopped following like top coaches of like, okay, well, they post this much. Guess what? Each top coach has a different style that works for them. So chances are it's not who you are going to be attracting, right? Every single person has a different style. Every single person has a different person that they're going to attract, they're going to reach. Carrie has military background, like her husband was deployed. If I started talking to military spouses, I wouldn't know what the frick I was talking about. Like, I wouldn't be able to relate because it's not my story, right? So if I was a new coach and I went and followed Carrie and I was like, oh, I need to post this, I need to post that, it wouldn't be relatable because people would be like, but you're not even military. Like, what is going on? It wouldn't make sense, right? So the more you dive into you, the more you share your story, it becomes really fun because guess what? You start learning things about yourself that you didn't even know. I didn't know I was like a crazy like cheerleader on crack, like when I drink Energize and I started working out. I'm like, who cares if I do the move for 60 seconds? I'm dancing around, I'm having fun, right? The goal is not to lose the 5 pounds of the pizza that I enjoyed with my kids. The goal is to share a healthy, fit lifestyle. And if that means I have a little muffin top, like, so be it, right? I'm going to dance, I'm going to show up, I'm going to do it, and we're going to have fun. Like, I learned that about myself. Like, I enjoy that way more. And that's just my style. I've learned that in 2 months because I just stopped trying to be perfect. My videos are grainier, the lighting isn't as good, but I have way more fun doing it. So find what you have fun with. Find the goal that you're going to run after that's going to make your heart just jump out of your chest every morning and want to show up. Does anybody have anything they want to add? I'd love to hear if anybody has some goals that they're working towards that are like visual goals that you're working towards. If anybody wants to share. I won't call or name anybody. Nobody has goals. Maybe it's...
Okay, I have goals.
Oh, that's right.
I'm in the car. So can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's really quiet. So my goals. So I'm actually in the car with my mom right now, and my mom's a new coach.
Yay! I saw that you guys are getting on.
You probably can't see either of us because it's dark. My goal is to be 2-star by August 2nd, which is my birthday. I'm currently Emerald. So it's a lot of work and a lot of big, scary stuff ahead. But if I do the work, I know I can do it. And then one thing I wanted to add too was what you mentioned about, your goals being a destination and, the roadblocks and the turns. The same thing goes with your fitness, not just your business, but like, I was actually going through all the old pictures in my phone earlier today, and I was seeing how my fitness has progressed over the past year or the past 12 months. There were points where I was losing weight really quickly, and then there were points where it kind of slowed down, and there were points where it kind of sped up again, and there were points you could tell I kind of fell off a little bit. But when I look at the overall transformation from last June to this June, there's a huge difference. And I remember on that journey, there were certain months where I just thought, oh my God, I can't keep up with this. I can't do this. I'm not seeing the progress I want. But then when I look at the huge big picture of things, I see, holy crap, I've come a really long way. I've lost 30 pounds in the past year. And even my mom with the same thing. Like, we look at her picture from last year, and she's like so pissed off. She's like, why didn't anybody tell me I was that fat last year? But like, you see the overall big picture, and you realize as long as you're doing little things to push your goals forward, you're going to get ahead. Even if, your GPS, so to speak, reroutes you a couple times, you're still going to get there. So.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. First of all, your goal, I know you can do it because you're a work ethic and you're just driven enough to hit it. And the thing is, I think people make it so scary because they're like, oh, 2 stars, it's unachievable, it's really hard to do. And the thing is, it only takes 2 people, right? Like you literally only need 2 people to run with it. It's not like you're looking for an army. You're looking for 2, right? And so like when I broke that down, it's just like diamond. Like people were like, just hit emerald over and over and over until you find your 2 that want to rock it out, right? Like you're not looking for an army. You're just looking for 2 always. Just 2 people to run with it. And then you find 2 new people because the other 2 might not keep running, right? You just keep going. And then, yeah, with the roadblocks, it's like, if you are looking up like with a magnifying glass day to day, you're going to see all the things that you did wrong, and you're going to see all the things that you're not doing right. And it's always just like thing after thing after thing, right? That's just keeps you like under this pile of blankets from moving forward. But when you look, like Desiree said, like I look back and I'm like, I didn't really think, like I didn't have a weight loss journey, but I look, you guys see my transformation pictures. It's crazy. Like not just cellulite, not just physical, but like I had anxiety, like acne all over my face. Like you could just see in my eyes, like I had bags, like my past with drugs, like everything was just compiled into this big, sad little package that had a baby. I literally looked homeless. Like I just felt lost. And now when I share pictures, I'm like that smile, like I can see all the way like inside and I'm like, ugh. Like, I know that smile is actually happy, right? Like, I look at smiles from right when I had Sophia, and that smile is so hollow. Like, I was trying so hard to, like, enter momhood, right? Like, I'm supposed to love this. It's supposed to be right. And it didn't feel right. It didn't feel good. And so I look at pictures, and I'm like, look how far I've come. Like, that is a big deal. Like, I have goosebumps talking about it. Like, it makes me just like incredibly grateful that I didn't give up just because I gained a little weight here and I lost a little weight here and I fell off track with fitness and then I had to get back on and realign myself with what I enjoy doing. It didn't matter, like, because the whole journey has led me to become a better person. Let me catch up. Kayla said, yes, I think I want you to help me roadmap. Maybe we'll do like, yeah, maybe we'll set some up. I need to get some time slots and then you guys can all fill in. Melissa, yeah, okay. So if I'm your upline coach, otherwise reach out to your upline coach and maybe we'll do some like goal setting. We'll like in pods maybe of 2 or something. So just like message me. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody has their own journey and everybody has their like path to walk or run. And it doesn't mean just because somebody else hits a rank or somebody else loses more weight in 30 days or you see this advancement of somebody or an accolade, like it doesn't mean your journey's any less, right? So just remember that, like it's your journey. You have to own it, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, the amazing, the awesome. Like you have to own it all, right? You don't get to pick the parts. You don't get to pick the special fun parts and not take the rest because there's a lot of growth in this business. And what I've learned, even in friendships, like if there is suffering, if there is hurt, it means that you're passionate. It means that you're real, right? So along with the amazing, the glowing, the fabulous comes like real feeling, right? Which means hurt and sadness too. Out of growth, because I've grown, other people have fallen away because I'm no longer the person that I was.
Yes.
I don't know what that was. So yeah, hit me up. Carrie says, message me if you want to make a roadmap. Yeah, maybe we'll do it in pods and like set up, like we'll talk about goals and like align you guys and maybe success partners work on projects. So anybody else have goals they want to share? Nobody? Stacy.
I would like to share about how to set a goal because I was at this roadblock for about a year.
Yeah.
And I watched the movie The Secret, and that movie is mind-boggling to me. If you guys have not watched it, watch it. It starts off kind of funky. It's kind of different. But I know for one, my thing was like I want to get out of debt, and that was like something I kept focusing on, and I kept actually felt like I was getting more debt because I kept focusing on the word debt. And when you put that word out there, the universe like, I'm going to give you more of that because that's what the universe hears. So what I did was instead of focusing on that word, I laid out what I need to do to get out of debt, and I started focusing on a number that I want to go for and what that number would represent and all those things that would trickle down from that. And I never put the word debt in there ever, ever again. And I have started to notice that my income is starting to grow. I'm not getting those crazy bills like I used to. And it's really weird on how when you just stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive, on where the universe will freaking take you. I'm still a 2-star. I've been 2-star since October, and I'm not mad about it because I keep seeing my paychecks grow at other rates and other things in my business. I have become more confident. I've been very more open about struggling with alcohol for 10 years. I've been talking about how I struggle being a military spouse. I've opened up a lot through a lot of personal development and growth because I want others to realize my life is not perfect. And yeah, but I still see the positive side. So really focus on the positive when you're setting your goals. Like if you see those negative words, try to put a positive spin on that and throw that out in the universe. Like don't throw out the negative. So just a tip on when you're writing and meditating and throwing stuff out to the universe, like you have to put the positive out there, not the negative. So
totally. Yeah, instead of saying I want to be out of debt, you envision what you want, right? Like you don't say I want to be out of debt, you say I want.
Like you were saying, you had to sit down, Erin, and be like, what does it need to be to retire you? Like I know how much debt that my family carries, and I have to be like, okay, this amount of money will take care of that, be able to pay for insurance, pay for
that income coming in,
and not have to worry about stress-free financial life. So I know what that income goal is overall, and stuff like that, and that's what I focus on instead.
Right. Cool. Stacy, you wanted to share your goals?
Actually, what I was going to say was almost exactly what Carrie just said, because I'm down here and I was got to thinking about a year ago, and you know how they come up in your time feed, what you did a year ago, right? Yeah. Well, a year ago, I was sitting down here on this dock and I said, I can't wait until the day that every morning can start like this. Yeah. And that was like, I was putting that out there into the universe that this is what I want. I want to be here every morning, or at least have the ability to be here every morning at my home working. And I'm doing it. Like I went part-time at work, so I still am working a little bit, but you know, I put that out there, and I think it's all about projecting that what you're wanting into the universe instead of what you don't want. Yeah. Like Carrie was saying, instead of saying, gosh, I hope I don't trip, what happens? You trip. Right. Right? But if you think, I am going to run as hard as I can to that goal, what do? You run as hard as you can to that goal. Yeah. It's that the universe has your back thing.
Yeah. It's that amazing that you're putting it. Yep.
Yeah. It's an amazing thing to think about how really when you sit down and make goals, think about what you want to have in life, not what you want to get rid of. Right. When you think about what you want to get rid of, that's what you get more of.
It's a lot of wasted space. Yep.
Yep.
My life coach, the guy that I've been working with, he does that all the time. He's like, okay, well, you say you want to get up earlier. Like, how are you going to fix that problem? Because you're clearly not. And I was like, oh, I guess I need to set a bedtime. Like, it's not about getting up early. I'm just exhausted. I'm like, I know I need sleep. He's like, okay, so really your problem is you're not getting up or you're not going to bed on time. And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense, right? So it's all in, like, perspective. So if you're shifting your perspective to own it, it's like the first Success Club trip. I signed up. I had no idea even how to earn it. And Anita, and yeah, it changes, like, how to earn it now. But, like, it was basically just, like, hit Success Club, earn the trip, right? It's very straightforward. Well, like back in the day, it was a wait list, and it was like first people at Success Club, top of the top, got off the wait list. And I was like, well, I'm going to freaking go on that trip. And I kept posting about it. It wasn't like, oh, I'm not going to hit it, or like, I'm so far down the list. Like, how am I ever going to? It was like, I was posting about going on this trip before I even earned the spot. I was like, I'm going to Mexico, y'all. Like, we're going to Mexico, and posting about it. I told Erin we were going. I was like, let's book the tickets. I was like, there's no way I'm not going to hit it, right? Like, it was just a thing that I was manifesting, like, I'm going to do the work and it's going to happen. So, yeah, it's totally, like, you have to put it out there, and then it's more than putting it out there. It's just running towards that pinpointed spot. Like, you have to put in the work to go there, but you have to have a spot that you're visualizing, because otherwise you're going to get drowned in the no's, in the self-doubt, in the fear, in the roadblocks, in the, oh, I guess I'm going to have to, like, turn this way. Like turning isn't bad. Roadblocks aren't bad because they make you stop and think and recreate. But don't let it get you stuck, right? So anybody else have anything? I'm trying to keep it to time, but anybody else? Thanks y'all for getting on. This was a good call. If you have a desire to set a goal, maybe we'll do like a goal setting call, like I said, in pods, so that it's not a huge big team thing, but maybe 2 or 3 at a time. So I will post the recording to the photo album for team call recordings if you need it. Hopefully by tonight if my internet cooperates. But thanks for getting on. Have a good night. Manifest, dream, put goals out there. Bye guys.